right, Shalom, Salakia. You know why I glitched out, but it's called Tawab. Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, the water, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, for giving us the spirit of truth in these last days, in whom the world cannot receive. Double honors to the apostles and beloved elders of Great Millstone, who taught us 100% truth according to the Bible, Bakatham. Peace, love, and salutations to the Zakoni and Wa'akim, the beloved elders and brothers standing stiffly for the names of Yahweh, Hashem, Shine, truth, and sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the elect. All right, so yeah, I just want to do a quick, lesson, Lord willing. All right, it's edifying, comforting to the sincere Akim, Wa'akwath, who wholeheartedly believe in Yahweh, Yahushai. All right, who believe in the prophecies, okay, and who is excited, okay, in the times that we're living in, all right, pursuant to the end of this wicked kingdom. The wicked kingdom being ruled by the wicked elites of Esau, Edom, all right, the so-called white man, all right, okay, and he's at his end. So I was actually watching the elders in Cali lesson. It's like 40-something minutes in at the job, but, then I started watching, some other videos that came up concerning, Russia, which is in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. All right, Gog, the spirit being stirred up, all right, to pretty much, destroy this place with thermonuclear missiles, man. And then came across another clip, all right, of the EU, which is the 10 horns. Okay, pretty much had disagreements as well. Just beautiful times we living in. So I'm gonna play this beginning of this clip. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, of course not, but just this particular point that the elders is gonna make. Okay, and then play a few clips. All right, bring out a few scriptures, and like I say, man, this is a beautiful time to be alive, man. We almost out of here, man. Literally, literally, Lord willing, this year. You know what I'm saying? If not, I don't see how I don't know if we'll make it through next year, but Lord willing, this year. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, this is the end of this wicked kingdom. All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Yeah. Yeah, I read again, verse 8. We hear at 2 Esdras 6 and 8. It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Mm-hmm. Right. You can reference what's that? Genesis 25.
Mm-hmm.
For that
reference right there.
Yep. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Esau is the end of the world. Is not Esau in power right now? Has not he been in power? Okay. So he's the end of the world, man. The moment he got the power, hey, it was the end right then. You know what I'm saying?
Now, real quick. Like I said, I was watching this at the job, and I came across this article. Okay. So I'm gonna let this clip. You see the title right here in this IG post, right? Russia has warned of the end of the world, which is a time period, man. You have different definitions of the word world, okay? All right, Winkamini, all right, I believe Eon, all right, and the last one is escaping my mind right now. Oh, Cosmos, right? Okay, and the end of the world is not in the sense of the Oinkamini as far as the whole world, but as far as an age, a period of time, okay, of rulership, okay, and where the so-called white man Esau, Edom, okay, according to biblical prophecy, will be ruling in these last days, man. the wicked. All right. So it says Russia, which in Ezekiel 38 chapter, all right, it's God. It says has warned of the end of the world. This place is going out by thermonuclear destructions. All right. They getting ready to ultimately shoot missiles at each other. You know what I'm saying? It says if Trump follows through on his promise to take Greenland, right? So I'm gonna play this little clip. It's only like 20 seconds or something. And we'll go back to that video.
Russia has warned of the end of the world if Trump follows through on his promise to take Greenland. This comes after Germany, Sweden, France, and Norway deployed troops for joint
Right. I'm gonna let it play. Play it back again.
Exercises with Denmark. Trump has repeatedly stated that anything less than US control of the island is unacceptable. Russia has warned of the end of the world if Trump
Yeah. All right. So, and it's the spirit of the Lord on these kings' heart, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, to pretty much, go, headlong with this Third World War. It's all the Lord's will anyways, man. All right.
Follows through on his promise to take Greenland. This comes after Germany, Sweden, France, and Norway.
Yeah, Germany, Sweden, France, and Norway are all part of the EU. Okay? So this is the beast. All right, against the whore, man. The whore being Babylon the Great, which is America, right?
Deployed troops for joint exercises with Denmark. Trump has repeatedly stated that anything less than US control of the island is unacceptable. Russia has warned of the end of the world if Trump follows through on his promise to take Greenland. This comes after Germany.
Right, so here it is. You have Esau, Edom on the Western Hemisphere, the king of the earth, all right? The king of Babylon, if you will, in the eyes of you people. We know that the elites, are calling the shots behind the scenes, right? DJT, all right, he's against another Edomite on the far eastern hemisphere, okay? All right, which is a king of Gog, okay? Vladimir Putin. So, and Yahushua prophesied of these things, man. All right, in the book of Mark 13, St. Matthew's 24, Satan be divided against Satan. How can that kingdom stand? So, but it hath an end, okay? So we are at the end of the world, the age, the rulership, the period of the wicked ruling, man. And then you've seen nothing else but Yahushua's kingdom, okay, being predominant on the planet Earth. That's in Daniel 7:27. Okay? So we don't got nothing to worry about, bro. Just let these things play out beautifully, right?
Sweden, France, and Norway deployed troops for joint exercises with Denmark. Trump has repeatedly stated that anything less than US control of the island is unacceptable. Russia.
All right, so that's it on that. So let's go back to this video. Like I said, Lord willing, edifying to the elect.
Jacob, all right, which is
Go back.
so he's the
If Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Esau's the end of the world. Is not Esau in power right now? Has not he been in power?
Right.
Okay, so he's the end of the world, man. The moment he got the power, hey, it was the end right then. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob, all right, which is
in Revelation, the 20th chapter, he was loosed for a little season. See what I'm saying? So this is beautiful, man. Beautiful times we're living in, right? Concerning the end of our punishment, the end of our captivity. All right, it's no reason for Jake to be trying to take up arms. No, bro. Okay, this is strictly about Yahweh Hashem Shai and what he said he's going to do. Okay, concerning war with Amalek. Okay, from generation to generation. Proverbs 16. The wicked for the day of evil, Isaiah the 2nd chapter, Obadiah, and so many other scriptures, right? Slocky, give me 1 second. Lord, let me sit, brother. Give me 1 second. Yo. Slakia.
Israel, all right, is the beginning of it that followeth, man. You know.
Right. So now we coming into the beginning. That's why, brothers, we have the spirit of life entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. We just had class last night, Friday class, going into we're walking amongst angels, man. You know what I'm saying? We are angels, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and that's in Jude. But the Lord has given us this spirit, this inspiration, this, this great knowledge, this great truth, this great understanding of the past, present, and the future, because we are, Lord willing, the future world leaders. And the Lord is judging, and seeing how we protect this wisdom and how we treat her via this knowledge, this understanding. Okay, and the Lord is setting up the house of David, particular souls who are allotted for mercy in these last days, man. Okay, because they are the seed of the promise of our fathers, all right? The fathers of the promise, which the brothers go into that too in this lesson. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They are the fathers of the promises, man. You have the seed of the promise here. And they went into Romans, the 9th chapter as well, how Jacob and Esau wrestled in the womb, but before they were even born, none of them did no sin. You know what I'm saying? This is all the will of the Lord. So Esau is the end, all right, of wickedness, man. And Jacob, starting off from Mashiach Yahushai, is the beginning of it that followeth, which is what the whole world, the whole Oinkamini sense world will be fashioned and ran according to the likeness of righteousness, man, forever. And that's the time that we're coming in. And these devils know that it's impending. So I got this word here, impending. All right. It says from the 1500s. Oh, it's like it. Impend, right? It says be about to happen. See? So the impending judgment, the imminent, indignation of Yahweh Shemashai, the imminent righteous indignation of Yahweh Shemashai, it's about to happen, bro. As we waking, well, I've been, I'm just getting off of work, but every day that go by, we're getting a day closer, another day down, another day closer to this impending judgment, because as it says, usually of something unwanted. See? So what's unwanted is this third world's war. What's unwanted is Jacob's trouble. That's why Jake don't want to face, the music, the reality, all the way down to Jake, who just don't want to face the reality of his own life. You know what I'm saying? To the Jake who sold out, man. What's unwanted is Jacob's trouble, but it must come to pass because it's about to happen. It's already here. We already in that time. It's just the magnitude and the increasing stages that Yahweh Shemashai has in these last days, pursuant to 2nd Ezra 15, he shall plague Egypt as before, but it says 1590s from Latin, impendier, to hang over. And what's hanging over Babylon the Great? Okay. Thermonuclear destruction. Okay. It says figuratively to be imminent, be near, come near. Isaiah 34, come near, ye nations, to hear. That's what the Most High said, man. People out here sleeping on what the Most High said. Men lie, women lie. The Most High cannot lie. It's impossible. From assimilated form of in, into, in, on, upon, from pi root in pendere, to hang. All right. Pi root, spin, to draw, stretch, spin. All right. So jumping down, it was another word. It was like a synonym, but it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, you get it, man. It's hanging over, right? It's about to happen, right? So going back going back to this video here, which is, like I said, it's a beautiful video, man. It's like 40 minutes in, but you know, nonetheless, let's go back like 10, 20 seconds. Bring it back.
Is not Esau in power right now? Has not he been in power? Okay? So he's the end of the world, man. You know, the moment he got the power, hey, it was the end right then. You know what I'm saying? You know? And Jacob, all right, which is Israel, all right, is the beginning of it that followeth, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So we up next, man, starting with our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. You know?
Yeah. It said, and then it goes to show you that that's a key indicator that whoever be ruling in the end, whatever nationality or race of people that be ruling in the end,
Right.
they will be that final kingdom before Yahweh Shai and the Israelites rule.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So Esau Edom is ruling, man. Okay, his face, you know, his face is on a dollar, you know, right? And just, you know, it's just common sense, bro. So-called white man Esau Edom. Okay, the red Hebrew Edomite, okay, is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay, the ones who you people out here don't want to speak about or afraid to speak about, but it's so obvious that these guys, they not right, man. But their own tongue is falling upon themselves now, man. And Yahweh Baal Shem Al Shai said, only he that letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So we're living in a time where the so-called white man Esau Edom is being stripped, as the title of these brothers' lesson. The transfer of power, the power of the earth is what? In the hand of the Lord Yahweh. And in due time, he will set up one that is profitable. And the hope of the righteous, and our hope is that the Lord will have mercy when he sends this impending judgment. Okay? Okay? In his wrath, when he let loose these sore plagues, okay, and ultimately, you know, the missiles in wrath to remember the seed of the promise, man, the elect, okay? Which, as a matter of fact, I had came across this word in, oh yeah, that's the spirit. That's why it didn't pop up, because it wasn't this word here. It was this word here, exhort, right? I was like, let me see what that means. The word exhort is another word for elect. It says to take or call out a passage in a written or printed work. Select, cite, extract. It says past participle, acceptor, taken from a book. So each brother, you know, chiefly the 144,000, the great multitude. All right, we're written about, man. Okay. It says from Latin, excerptus, past particle of it, excerpere, pluck out, pick out. That's the elect. Extract, figuratively, choose, select, gather. Also to leave out, omit, from X out, CX, pluck, gather, to gather, pluck, harvest. And this is why I was like, where's the word or the synonym? The synonym was scarce because it goes into fruit, all right, which is the first fruits, man. All right, scarce, 1300s, restricted in quantity, barely sufficient, and it goes into being rare. Look, it says barely sufficient in amount or effect, few in number. That's the elect men. Rare, man, seldom seen. Come on, bro. So that's why the Lord said he's going to make us as more precious than any substance, because it's not us. It's the Lord, Yahweh Baal Shem Al Shai's hand upon us and the angels to fulfill scripture of vessels of mercy who the Lord is going to be with in these last days. There's a transition of power happening, and the Lord is getting ready to transfer the kingdom unto the meek, the saints of the Most High. And you got a lot of people out here who, chasing cloud or chasing something that they, when ultimately this is just truly, wholeheartedly and honestly about maintaining your integrity and being pure. You know, having a personal relationship with the Lord and just being honest. Okay? Walking as Job did, man. The Lord strip you of everything you have, or what you gonna do? You know? You still gotta prophesy. You know what I'm saying? So just being real on the planet Earth, man, in the sight of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I'm saying? So seldom seen. These men is rare. These men is picked out. Okay? They're scarce. All right? So the water Yahweh Shema Shai, for the elders and apostles, a great millstone. The water Yahweh Shema Shai, for putting the spirit, you know, on me, you know, all of us brothers, you know, sisters, to wake up out of that dead state we were in, man. That gross darkness we was under, that spell of confusion. A lot of people do not take this truth serious, man. They play and they act like it, they fake the funk, but, bro, again, that's why I did that lesson. Jake loved to play until somebody started to bleed, man. Roughly paraphrasing that. But everything a game, everything a game until a nigga start bleeding. Meanwhile, these devils is at it, bro. Okay, but nonetheless, I just wanted to bring, you know, because I was looking for that word. I knew it was another synonym, but it was actually the word exhort. So the Wadi Yahweh Shema Shai for bringing it back to my mind. Okay. Yeah, man, rare, scarcely, hardly. All right. So that's us, brothers. All right. Again, plucked out. So, bro, don't worry about the world, man. All right. Just stay focused, bro. Stay locked in. All right. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadas, Brakatah, beloved. My man's, bro. Shalom, Elder Priest, Kanakala. May the Lord continuously be with you and your family, man. With all of us, bro. Stay mighty. And let's go. It's time for us to win. This is our time. So let me go back a little bit. This is why we're here. And they even mention it. This is the last time. This is the last time, bro. There's no other captivity after this. So let these devils have it and let Esau, you know, do his thing. And which I'm going to get into the clip in World War III, but this is just so beautiful, man. It's comforting to know that the Most High has not forsaken us, man. All right? Everything that's happening is because we are engraven in his hand. All right?
In whatever nationality or race of people that be ruling in the end, right? They will be that final kingdom before Yahweh Shai and the Israelites rule. Right. Who's ruling right now, bro?
Come on, bro.
So-called white man. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no doubt about it, bro.
No doubt.
Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So fucked out, bro. Ain't no doubt about it. All right? Ain't no doubt about it, bro. All right? So this is, bro, we in the best time, bro, to be alive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just deal with what you got to, I'm speaking to myself. Deal with what you got to deal with, bro, and just let the Lord continue to work in your favor, bro. Because it only gets better for a believer of Yahweh Shema Shai. They are written. I just went into the word exhort. They're written, okay? All right? From a passage of a book. That book is what? Yahweh Shai, the volume.
11:39. Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts whom I made to reign in my world?
Right.
That the end of their times might come through them.
Yeah. This is that's talking about Esau's kingdom, man. He is that the last one that remaineth out of the four beasts, man.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Because remember, Rome was gonna be wounded, but then he would come back.
Right.
We are Rome 2.0, like you hear brothers say, and even analysts say it now.
Yeah.
We're to the point where people that don't know the scriptures that do studying, they say that this is Rome reincarnated or Rome revamped, you know, just restructured.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brother wants to cyber print this.
Yeah.
He feel me from this out.
Yeah. That was on. Was that still on second address?
Now, I'm going to get into the juicy part of this lesson. I'm going to get into the juicy part of this lesson because, like I said, I wanted to open up with that because I was watching that at work and the Spirit led me to these two clips. All right. So first, I'm going to play this one here because it's only 1 minute, 27 seconds long. And like I said, Lord willing, this is edifying. And bro, we should be comforted, bro. Well, we are comforted by prophecy, bro. Like when I've seen these clips, the scriptures came on my mind. I was like, bro, this is the power of the Lord. And the Lord doing this on the left-hand side, bro, for the favor of us because he loves us so much, bro. Yahweh Shem Shai love us so much, bro, that we literally don't have nothing to worry about. He's working in a very mysterious way. But, you know he with us. We believe he with us. But in a time of us being able to, we have to step out on faith, bro. The Lord is going to show, bro, who was right, who he was really dealing with, bro, in these times, bro. I'm telling you.
Every second counts.
We just got to, like, was going into class last night. The 3 things I was mainly saying through that class, through the Spirit, what Yahweh Shai was saying through the Spirit was remain humble, grateful, and thankful. You can't go wrong with those 3. Okay? The priest brought out Proverbs 3. But the Lord is getting ready to honor the lowly and being thankful for everything, man. And being grateful for the Spirit. Okay? And the little things.
We are running out of time. It is a hard truth, but this is our reality. It is now 85 seconds to midnight.
The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist says the world has never been closer to midnight on the Doomsday Clock. But what is the Doomsday Clock? And what does midnight mean?
Right. So I pulled this video up for those who don't know, what's going on. Okay? Because a lot of people don't know what's happening, bro, or the significance of, see, you got people playing the Doomsday Clock. We'll be back in Avengers. People don't, a lot of people don't really know how serious, okay? You got somebody say only the Bible, bro. A lot of people really don't know. So brothers, we, again, bring me back to being grateful, being thankful, and being humble that you have the past, present, and the future in your brain, in your head, man. Okay? So yeah, let me go back. Because Esau is at the end. And what? What did Esau say? What did Shedem say?
Counts, and we are running out of time.
Through.
It is a hard truth, but this is our reality. It is now 85 seconds to midnight.
The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist says the world has never been closer to midnight on the Doomsday Clock. But what is the Doomsday Clock? And what does midnight mean?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Since 1947, the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientist has been using a clock to symbolize the potential of people doing something to end humanity, with midnight symbolizing total catastrophe. At the end of the Cold War, the Doomsday Clock was as close as 17 minutes to midnight. But in recent years, due to rapid global changes, the group has gone from counting down the minutes until midnight to counting the seconds. This year, the group moved the clock from 89 seconds to 85 seconds to midnight, citing the threat of escalating conflicts involving nuclear-armed countries, the increasing use of artificial intelligence without adequate controls, as well as natural disasters linked to global warming and the failure of nations to adopt meaningful agreements to fight it. It singled out US President Donald Trump's efforts to boost fossil fuels and hobble renewable energy, and whether Iran is capable of developing...
Is that not what Yahweh Shai said, bro? Is that not what Yahweh Shai said? All these things?
Scientist has been using a clock to symbolize the potential of people doing something to end humanity, with midnight symbolizing total catastrophe. At the end of the Cold War, the Doomsday Clock was as close as 17 minutes to midnight. But in recent years, due to rapid global changes, the group...
Rapid global changes? Bro, this is all Yahweh Shai said that was going to take place before he pulled up, bro. These, don't get it twisted, bro. Esau is afraid, man. They about to go hot. They are, if not already hiding, because that's how close we are. If not already in the bunkers, bro, I wouldn't put it past. You know what I'm saying? Underground cities, you know? So this, bro, it's getting ready to go down, bro. So we gonna need a standard, bro. We gonna need the Ancient of Days to manifest himself on our behalf like he did our forefathers. So that's why I brought out that word exert. If you're not exert, you know what I'm saying, then you have no place written. You're not in the book. And that's what that word means. In the book. Or what? All right? The book of life, man. Who Yahweh Shai, his blood was over the whole life, this whole life. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's really just time to just put on the elect, man. Right?
Gone from...
Because they gonna hide themselves from these missiles. What you gonna do? What am I gonna do? All right? Niggas do not got 10,000. Bro, you don't got bunker money, bro. So, bro, we got faith. All right? We gonna believe and trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai and believe that the Lord said, okay, when these things come to pass, Psalms 91, melody, you know, that type of tip, that type of song, okay, it's going to be ringing. The Lord is going to be with us on a high level, high frequency, man. He's going to amplify the elect.
Counting down the minutes until midnight to counting the seconds. This year, the group moved the clock from 89 seconds to 85 seconds to midnight, citing the threat of escalating conflicts involving nuclear-armed countries.
Involving nuclear-armed countries in the scriptures. Joel 3rd chapter came to mind.
The increasing use of artificial
increase in knowledge shall increase, right? AI. So this is the Lord, like, showing us, bro, how close we are. Like, this is what John seen. You see what I'm saying? So this is beautiful, bro. Then I seen a video of this guy here, Kyrie Irving. I guess they had a robot at the basketball, but I'm just looking at like, man, it's how close we are. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, for the sake of time, you know, Jake don't got no attention span, so. But yeah, they had a robot out there, the Dallas stadium, right? Let's go back a little bit.
This year, the group moved the clock from 89 seconds to 85 seconds to midnight, citing the threat of escalating conflicts involving nuclear-armed countries, the increasing use of artificial intelligence without adequate controls, as well as natural disasters.
Natural disasters. So he went into nuclear destruction, countries capable of nuclear capabilities, right? AI, natural disaster. Come on, bro. Is this not everything that Yahweh Shai said will be happening concerning him sending his only begotten son? So these devils is telling on themselves, bro. Again, going back to the title, prophecy. This is the end of this wicked kingdom. So, bros, don't be distracted by no broad or distracted by whatever you want, bro. Your favorite car, you never had your favorite car or whatever, bro. Bro, just chill out, bro. All right? All this shit going up in flames. All right? Straight up, bro. Scripture say, seeing these things shall be dissolved. What manner of person are you to be, bro? We just got to stay locked in our lots. We are in the best position on the planet Earth. All right? Fuck what people talking about, bro. And it's going to show and be more evident as the Lord start to bring the tighten up the squeeze. Like when you wringing out a rag and you wring it all the way out till it's only like a few drops coming, bro. That's what the Lord doing to everybody, bro. You know, that first ring, it'd be a lot of water come out, you know, a few rings, right? them last 2 or 3 rings, boy, you ringing that bitch out till that bitch damn near dry. That's what the Lord doing to everybody, man.
To global warming and the failure of nations to adopt meaningful agreements to fight it.
Yep.
It singled out US President Donald Trump's efforts to boost fossil fuels.
Right. So yeah, he's trash on that. But yeah, so now, all right, let me grab a scripture real quick. Bring this in before I play this clip. All right. Before I bring this clip out, Ezekiel 7 in verse 7, right? Slop, Ezekiel 7. All right, in verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of power, in evil, and only evil, behold, is come. In evil, the slot. In end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee. So the end is watching, but we watching. See, the end of this wicked kingdom. All right, we watching it, man. Behold, it is come. So what she said, we're running out of time. Borrowed time, running out of, bro, through. Verse 7, the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land, the time is come. The day of trouble is near, Jacob's trouble. And we went into that word impending. It means about to happen. And it also means to be near. And not the sounding again of the mountains. Verse 9, now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thine abominations. Slocking, so yeah, the Lord is getting ready to recompense. It's talking about Jake. Well, ultimately Babylon the Great is getting ready to be recompensed, man, for everything that it has done to the Hebrew Israelites and you 2/3 who have joined hand in hand to uplift this society. The Lord is getting ready to destroy you. Straight up, bro. All right. So, last clip.
Your power station.
And I'm going to I forgot what.
Utilized from Iran's Bushehr nuclear. A quiet warning.
Diplomatic negotiation.
And you see the title is Putin's rare nuclear warning as Iran-U.S. war countdowns begin. Russia preps Bushehr exit option.
Mechanisms. Any kind of forceful actions are only capable of to create chaos within the region and lead to extremely dangerous consequences from the perspective of destabilizing essentially the entire security system throughout the whole region.
A quiet warning from Moscow, carrying nuclear consequences. Russia says it is prepared to evacuate its staff from Iran's Bushehr nuclear power plant if the situation deteriorates. The statement comes as tensions surge between Washington and Tehran, and the threat of military escalation looms. Bushehr is Iran's only operating nuclear power station, built by Russia, staffed by hundreds of Russian specialists. Now, Russia's state nuclear chief says evacuation plans are on standby, coordinated with Moscow's foreign ministry and defense officials, should the site come under threat. The warning is not theoretical. Last year, Russia cautioned that any strike on Bushehr could trigger a catastrophe on the scale of Chernobyl, a nuclear disaster with consequences far beyond Iran's borders. So far, Bushehr has been spared. A U.S. strike on Iranian nuclear facilities last June did not target the plant. But the tone is shifting. On Wednesday, U.S. President Donald Trump issued a blunt ultimatum, urging Iran to renounce nuclear weapons and strike a deal or face a far more severe military response. Tehran insists it is not pursuing nuclear weapons. Russia backs Iran's right to peaceful nuclear energy.
Right. So, with that being said, right, scripture that came to mind. Lucky. Slucky. This is Joel. Joel chapter 3, and I'm gonna read verse 1 and verse 2, and I'm gonna jump down. Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, those days and that time will I shall bring again the captivity of my people, Judah and Jerusalem. All right. It's like it bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will also gather all nations. See, that's what the Lord is doing, gathering your nations together under one banner. All right, under God, man. Okay. It says, it will bring them down into the valley of Yehoshaphat and will plead with them there, slaying the Lord shall be many. For my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right, so the Lord has a righteous indignation for all you heathens, man. All right? You could try to, fake it all day, but you hate being alone, You hate acting, you hate putting on the show, man. Okay? Ultimately, the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai got the spirit, okay, on you people to fulfill prophecy, man. That's in Revelation 17 and 16. I'm sorry, 17 and 16. The beast shall hate the whore. As a matter of fact, let me play that one more time. That was beautiful, man.
Russia has warned of the end of the world if Trump follows through on his promise to take Greenland. This comes after Germany, Sweden, France and Norway deployed troops for joint exercises with Denmark. Trump has repeatedly stated that anything less than US control of the island is unacceptable. Russia has...
Joel 3 in verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, which are the actual Gentiles, the heathen nations, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, and let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into spears, and your pruning hooks into... beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I'm strong. Right. Who is the weak? As we just heard, the weak was these nations who were incapable of having certain military defense systems, which Russia been aiding them for over the past years. S-300s, S-400s, while they working on the S-500s and so forth and so on, man. All right, and then let's not forget about their nuclear arsenal, because not only is Russia strapped, Iran strapped. So it's getting ready to get bad. Meanwhile, you still got the proud beer belly Bob, all right, in his Ford 250, all right, getting out of the car with shades on, and he don't know what's going on. He just need 10 on pump 3 through. All right, but verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathens. So that's the nations coming together to come up against Babylon the Great, which is America, and gather yourselves together round about, okay, thither cause thy mighty ones to come up, to come down, to come down, Yahweh Shemel Shai. Let the heathen be wakened, so that spirit, that courageous spirit, that war spirit, will be raised up, and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat out there in the Middle East, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. That's right. So the Lord is getting ready to judge all the heathens, man. All right. Okay. So there's some beautiful times we're living in, man. You know, the Lord is getting ready to remove this devil, man, as he's setting up, okay, the meek, all right?
At the Kremlin, officials are urging restraint. Moscow says the path to negotiation is not exhausted and warns that the use of force would plunge the region into chaos. Any strike, the Kremlin says, would destabilize the Middle East and create very dangerous consequences for regional security. But the rhetoric on all sides is sharpening. Iran's foreign minister says the country's forces have their fingers on the trigger, ready to respond powerfully to any U.S. attack. Russia, now one of Iran's closest strategic partners, is caught in the middle, bound by alliance, alarmed by escalation, and preparing for worst-case scenarios. As diplomacy frays, one reality stands out. When nuclear facilities enter the equation, there are no limited consequences.
So, once these missiles get shot off, it's a wrap, man. You know, so, like I said, man, this is beautiful, man. Beautiful times we're living in, man. You see the title, Putin rare nuclear warning as Iran-U.S. war countdown begins, right? So, Russia preps, Busher, except exit option. Just some beautiful times we're living in, man, as we keep our eyes on the prize and watch, as well as pray and feed the flock, man. So this place is almost, it's already done, you know, we just planned it out, but we getting there. Lord willing, edifying to the elect, giving all praises, honor, infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, the water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, for the spirit of truth in these last days in whom the world cannot receive. Peace, love, and salutations to this according with Achim, shown to the elect.